Yo, it's your boy Esco, and I'm bringing you my first 2K19 video of the year. There'll be a lot of coverage this summer, and I will try to bring it all to you concisely. So 2K had a big event out in LA yesterday, and they invited all these YouTubers, well-known guys, out to play the game, get their first takes on it, and get a little feel of the gameplay, and just a promotional thing. They invited. You see this swanky mansion. This is Cash Nasty's video from his beautiful backcourt there, as you see. A little video he recorded of his gameplay. He was Lakers, Golden State. I forget who was playing Golden State, but either way, they brought all these YouTubers out to get a feel of it. And as you can see, like, they put them up in a $25 million mansion. And this, you know, they want all this VC from us, but this is how they spend their money. So I mean, but hey, this is promotions. It pays the bills. So that's what they got to do. But pretty much, we got a lot of hot takes and first takes from these YouTubers. I don't really trust YouTubers. I look more at the gameplay and see what I think about it. But a couple of YouTubers put out some things that you could look at and see the differences from last year. They had a couple of them who were messing around on their stream, trying to left-right, see if the left-right cheese was there, see if the snatchback shit was there, and all that stuff was changed, and we're going to get right into it. So let's talk about gameplay first, and then we'll move to the neighborhood up and what we learned about that later. Because I think for most of us who are basketball heads, we just want to learn, how are you going to improve this gameplay? Because 18 was trash, it was abysmal, and we need something we can play. So the first thing we found out, Annoying on a stream, Annoying TV, shout out to him, man. He's a hype beast. He will say 2K, he thought 2K18 was the best game in the world, but obviously we see how that turned out. Now, he said that last summer when he first played it, but shout out to him because he actually does look at the gameplay and what he's doing, even though he's a hype beast, because they fly him out to these events. He does give honest takes about his feelings about the gameplay, and this year he tried a left-right and it didn't work. You could see in the stream it wasn't as effective. It wasn't like last year where Pure Sharp could left-right and get a lot of space. So that's one thing they definitely updated. And then a general consensus to everyone who played this game out there, and you could see it, the blow-by animations and the snatchback, it's not there. You can't just flick back, it's not there. The blow-bys are gone. People are speculating that certain players with more strength, they felt were getting to the rim. So LeBron on drives in this event was getting to the rim more than a Kevin Durant or Steph Curry. The thinnest slim thugs like me were not getting to the rim as effectively. So the speculation is out there that strength actually matters this year, which would be amazing. But I don't believe any of this speculation until I see it, though, because every year it seems like I feel like the community says strength matters this year. I felt like, you know, because they said this shit last year at the New York City event, and strength didn't matter once we got to the game. So we'll see how that plays out. I really know that Mike Wang stated to a couple people, and Annoying was one of them, a lot of people were frustrated about lockdowns and their ability to actually contest shots, because you could still get in 18, you could still get a green release with a contested jumper, heavily contested jumper. So pretty much lockdowns are just not an efficient archetype if that's staying in the game. But that was talked about. Wang says that's going to be changed, but again, speculation. Until I see my boy Dandy, my boy Frost, my lockdown defenders in my crew, until I see them get rewarded for great positioning and defensive game play and smart play, then I won't believe it. So we'll see next year. I really hope that does come to fruition, because I want to make a 3-and-D player, but I'm not going to put anything in the defense until I see it working. So I'm not trusting nothing. I'm not spending no VC until I know it's working, and we'll see how that goes. Then next up, the shot meter. We found out that we're gonna have an option of 2 different shot meters, one at the hands and one at the feet, like 17. So you can have that circle on your feet, or you can have the hands like last year in 18, and choose it and change it as you will. And that's up to you. I think it's good to have options, but again, that's not the big changes we need, but it's a decent change to have in the game, and let the people who enjoyed the 2K17 version rock out with that. The layup meter is back, and the timing matters with that. I didn't get into. I didn't see you could see some of it in the gameplay. Like it looked like a full bar was missing, and then a guy had a slightly late release on the layup, and he missed it, and it was like a full bar. So like they have to figure that out. I can't have my boy Frost, who plays a slashing defender, missing stupid gimme layups because the fucking meter wasn't full. That would piss me off. Next up, we know that snatchbacks are gone. They don't have that flick back snatchback. They have dribble moves that you can, if you have good dribble handling, if you're a playmaker, you could pull off that, do those things, but it won't be as simple as every class could just hit. Every archetype could just flick back on this and do a snatchback, like Pure Sharps killing everyone and Stretch Bigs killing people on the perimeter when that's just unrealistic. Not everybody's Lamar Odom. Come on, people can't do that, and everybody was doing it last year. So that's gone. Blow by was heavily nerfed. We'll see how the strength thing plays out. And that's what we know for gameplay. Most of the people at the event said that the gameplay feels like 2K18 with more polish and less cheese. But again, this is all hot takes. These are people playing it for the first time a couple hours, not used to the game. And as we know, every year there's people who exploit the game and figure out ways to find the cheese in the game. So we'll see with that. Now, there's a lot of speculation on the rating system. That it was the big thing where a person who knew a designer of 2K leaked that the system this year would be we all start at 80 rating, and then as we level up our guys, we decide where the points go. So pretty much it's not like the cap breakers of last year. So if I make a sharpshooting playmaker, I decide that if I level up this time, where do I need the points to go? Do I need to increase my dribbling? Do I need to increase my speed? Did I feel like I'm too slow? I could put the points where I want. It's not a randomized system like 18, which was terrible. Anyone who's really wanted to improve their character hated that shit last year. It was so frustrating to get a point to going into rebounding for my pure sharp when I need to get my ball handling to 75 to unlock some moves. I'm sitting there the last 3 months because I'm getting the upgrades, but I'm not getting them in the ball handling where I need them. My shot's already a 99, I'm good there, but I need that 75. It's not going to be like that. You're going to be able to choose where to put your points next year. But which also makes it a lot more fun because you get more creative with your build. So now, the speculation is that you can create you pick your archetypes. You get the Hall of Fame badges if you're pure. Like last year, you'll get, the speculation is like what we do know is everyone could get every bronze badge. We know that your Hall of Fame and gold badges will come from your archetype or dual archetype. So if you pick slashing, you can get those Hall of Fame, relentless finishers and all that. If you do a dual archetype, you could get some higher badges in those classes. But at least the good thing is, I know that if I make a 3-and-D guy, which is my preferred style in real life, like that's what I like to do, shoot and play good defense, I can also put a little bit into dribbling. I could put a little bit into the other statistics that I know I need for me. Like last year, I didn't wanna play certain classes because they were so limited in certain areas. At least this year, I know if I grind and I put the attributes where I want, I can create the player I want, as opposed to randomized getting, or I'm just stuck in a lane. Like last year was really rigid where, like I could create a sharpshooter, but he was going to be slow all year and have no handling. At least next year, I could put the points where I want and create a decent player that I want. It doesn't have to be a god. I don't need Steph Curry, but I just want to be able to do some different things. And one of the biggest things a lot of people complained about last year was it was really boring. And I'm not saying that demigods are necessarily more fun. Not everyone's going to be LeBron or Durant or whatever, but we want to be able to do things and feel like a star out there. I don't want to feel like I'm an immobile fucking slug, Kyle Korver. I don't play 2K to be Kyle Korver. I play to be Steph Curry, or I play to be Klay Thompson. I don't want to fucking be Kyle Korver, who just running off a pick and just getting an open shot. That's boring. No one wants to play a game like that. So I think that this is a good idea if this is the way we're going, and that's what we need. And low-key, Live had it last year, and Live was obviously subpar as far as animations and how the game looked and felt, but they were on the right track there, allowing you to do more with the archetype. So I agree with that, and I hope that comes into fruition, and no cap breakers, please, randomly picked by the computer. No more of that, man. I can't deal with that. But lastly but not least, I'll get to this this neighborhood. So we know the neighborhood's coming back in some capacity, and my whole thought on that is we missed the parks last year gravely, because it was great to have a change of scenery, to go to a different place and have a different environment, and we all know that. The park was very bland, but my biggest thing about the neighborhood that I hated was the fact that the phasing was terrible. They need to fix the phasing. So if you're gonna have a neighborhood, I need to know that if me and my boy Frost run out of a park game and we want to go run to the Pro-Am walk-on, we could phase in together. Since we're in the same group, we'll run through in the same phase. I don't want to take 40 minutes to wait for Frost to get to my Pro-Am game, because we're trying to log into each other's games, but we can't get into the same phase session, and especially if we were just in the same park session, because not only do you kill the whole theme of the neighborhood and the immersion that we're in some kind of similar neighborhood if we always have to phase into other areas. He's in Seattle, I'm in New York. If we are in a group, keep me in the same phase with my boy, so wherever we run, I'll see him. And that would be a way to help the neighborhood, because it's already requiring way too much running. It's way too slow to get to the different Pro-Am team arenas, the Pro-Am walk-on arena, and all the different areas. It takes way too long. So if you're gonna have us wait that long, you better at least have us phase together. Because if we're gonna have to run these miles all just to find out they're not in the same fucking server as me, that's terrible. So you gotta fix that if you're gonna keep the neighborhood. That's absolute big thing for me, is get the phasing right. Those are my big things for this year's that we know right now for this year's game, and then my big updates. I think that this year's game, they're under a lot of scrutiny and pressure. I'm not gonna freely spend the money until I see that the game's better. But this is the one where he got the full bar. You saw that? Rewind there if you didn't see it. He gets the full bar layup and he misses it. And it's just like things like, I mean, it was a little contested, but still things like that. Like, I don't know, man. If you have that layup meter and you're controlling a fucking floater like that, and he shoots it that decently, it should go in. But either way, they need to polish things. I think that what you're seeing now is probably what you're going to see in 2 months. They have 2 months. How much can they possibly change in the game in 2 months? Nothing big, little tweaks. We know Mike Wang always plays with the sliders, but we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot on builds this year on Twitch. I think I personally enjoy this time of year more than when the game releases, because it's a big letdown the last 2 years. It was a huge letdown for me last year, but I enjoy this time when we could talk about builds and archetypes and what we think will be the meta, what we want to run. Like, because a lot of my builds aren't the meta. Like, I don't really want to run the meta, because I like playing like I play in real life, and I like things that I like in basketball, and I play a different brand, man. I enjoy defense. So I mean, the thing is, it's weird, but I hope this game doesn't let us down. But we'll see, guys. I hope you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, come follow me on Twitch, Drew Esco, man. I'm over there, and I'm playing with my boys. I'll be on there in 2K19 a lot. The Pro-Am, the park, whatever, you could see me. Get involved. I'm gonna do some streams of build discussions and just talking about, because I love to theory craft with the builds. I had a lot of fun last year deciding what different builds I wanted to try, so I think probably that was more fun than the game last year. But we'll see how it goes, man. Tell me what you think about what we know so far in the comments and in the chat. Hit that button, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. Get at me, and have a good summer. Enjoy those rays before it gets cold again, New York.